limited number of psychiatrists and the social workers. Our minister was telling the statistics. We have only 2 or 3 psychiatrists per million population. Just imagine. Every household is a problematic area. Every household is a problem. Everybody needs psychiatric treatment. But we have only 3 psychiatrists per 1 million population in our country. When can we reach a stage like in other countries? In Australia it is 100 psychiatrists per million population. In USA it is 150. That is the stage. So they are able to overcome the stigma problems in other countries. Because people visit psychiatrists like they visit any other doctor. In our country, psychiatrists are a very small number. So anybody going there is considered a mental patient. And he meets with the stigma and other correlations. That is why the number is very, very insignificant. Psychiatrists are very, very insignificant. Fortunately, in Tamil Nadu, we have more than 450 doctors, psychiatrists. Out of 3,500 in the number, in Tamil Nadu, we have 450. It's a reasonably good number when compared to the overall number of 3,500 in the country. And bulk of them in the private sector. The government sector, we have only 150 or so. More than 200 are in the private sector. But overall number available in Tamil Nadu is reasonably good number when compared to the overall national scenario. But this is not sufficient. If we have to give very good treatment, like the treatment that one person gets in Australia, with the population figures like 100 psychiatrists per million population in Australia, if we extrapolate and consider the number that is needed for India, it comes to almost 1 lakh psychiatrists. If we have to give treatment on par with the Australian standards. With the 3,500, 1 lakh, when can we reach? The way we are producing postgraduates in psychiatric medicine, I don't think we will ever reach that number. So what is the solution? The solution lies in preventing mental illness. Preventing mental illness is not the job of government doctors alone. Everybody in the country should take up the responsibility. Every parent should take up the responsibility of preventing mental illness. Every parent should not drive their children as mental patients. Every government official or private official, office head, he should prevent mental illness in his office. It is not the case. Many officials, they become the source of problem to the subordinates. We have many cases in government. Lot of people torture their subordinates because of various reasons. So we find subordinates develop a mental illness. That is why prevention is very, very important. Everybody should realize the responsibility and should see that they should prevent illness. Counseling is the solution. You provide best counseling, I think you solve a lot of problems. Parents should become counselors to their family members. Teachers should become counselors to the students. And among the family members, one should counsel the other. Relatives should counsel the others. Friends should counsel the others. That is not happening today because everybody wants privacy, everybody wants limited exposure to others. They don't communicate to each other. Parents don't talk to children. Children don't come out with the problems to others. I think communication problem is there to a great extent. That is why mental problems burst, and it is very difficult for limited number of psychiatrists and other staff to intervene and give treatment to our people. That is why this district mental health program itself emerged. It is very difficult to treat them in institutions. So let us go to the community. Let us identify people at the earliest when the symptoms are in the beginning stage. Let us do it. But unfortunately, this is a very big failure in our country. District mental health program in our country. It's a big failure. If you analyze, the reason is all government procedures, bureaucratic procedures, delays, and lack of trained staff to deal with this issue. 80% of the districts in the country, they don't have even one psychiatrist. More than 2,000 districts in the country. You can imagine more than 80,000 of the districts, they don't have even one psychiatrist. But how can we give treatment? How will the program be successful? No social scientists. We conducted interview last month to select 16 social workers. It is very simple. Is it not possible to select 16 social workers in our mental health institution? We have been struggling for the past 3-4 years to select social workers. Ultimately, we gave permission to select. We addressed employment exchange. 70 people came. Out of 70 people, I asked Satyanathan, is it not possible to select 16 people? He says he could select only 4 people. Because following the procedure of community reservation and all these things, we end up getting only 4 people. Still, he has to select another 11 people. That is the procedural difficulty that we have, even in a small issue like selection of social worker. You can imagine dealing with the problems in the country, with limited staff. Even among the staff, understanding is very, very limited. That is why district mental health program in the country is a big failure. But today, in this context, Tamil Nadu's district mental health program is a big success. We are implementing now in 16 districts. We want to implement in another 6 districts. In all the 16 districts, we have formed the teams: psychiatrist, social worker, clinical psychologist. The entire team is available. We ensured, we followed procedures, we advertised openly, and we selected people. We gave them special training in NIMHANS Bangalore for all the social workers and clinical psychologists. 3 months intensive training we gave. And we have ensured in all the 16 districts, 16 teams are available today. They go around and they collect, they see the patients, the initial stage, and they have started the treatment process. District mental health program in Tamil Nadu is a great success, but elsewhere it's a great failure because of manpower issue. That is why we have to concentrate on manpower issues. That's what we are doing. We are trying to increase the number of postgraduate seats in psychiatric medicine. And that is not the solution. What is required is all MBBS doctors should be given exposure. They should be given training. MBBS curriculum doesn't give training. After MBBS course, once they join the primary health center, they should be exposed to psychiatric treatment training programs. We have trained, in all these 16 districts, we have trained more than 1,200 doctors. We have given them training. More than 2,400 people, staff nurses and paramedical staff, we have given training. More than 4,000 people we have given training, non-medical professional, self-help groups and other panchayat presidents like that. That is to enable them to identify patients in their area and bring them to the care center so that they can be handled effectively. Likewise, our program is a great success, and I think such a type of program should be implemented in all the districts. In other 6 districts we will start shortly, and quietly we will be able to cover all the districts in Tamil Nadu over a period of time. This is a success story, but this is only a beginning. Whatever we do, as I mentioned, in this field is insufficient. We have been struggling hard to improve the performance in this sector. We are trying our best to see whatever is required is provided. For our Institute of Mental Health, we have done our best. We have given adequate buildings, funds for maintenance. We have increased the number of carts, the wrong number of years people were lying on the floor. But what is required is we should make it a truly autonomous institution. That is what we have intended. We have also made a budget announcement. We are working towards it. Like NIMHANS in Bangalore, our Institute of Mental Health will become an autonomous institution. Dr. Satyanathan should not come to government asking for this, that and all these things. We will give him entire money in the beginning. and he has to spend it suitably, and he should decide everything at his level, so that this category cannot afford to wait for years to get orders. That is what is intention. That is why we made an announcement. Very shortly, I think we will be able to issue orders to make it a fully autonomous institution. We will implement. We will discuss. We will monitor the performance every quarter, and we will take active interest. So this is one thing which we have initiated action in Tamil Nadu. And like Minister announced, one more institution is required. Our Chennai institution is truly overloaded. So we want to disperse the crowd. That is why we have identified Theni as the place. Theni, we have a district hospital. Previously it was functioning as a district hospital, an extent of about 6 to 7 acres of land. Even buildings are available. We have constructed a new medical college in Theni. So old institution is now available for this purpose. We have already earmarked. And we are also going to construct additional buildings for 5 crores. So it's a 250 bedded hospital at Theni to function as a satellite center for Institute of Mental Health. It is going to come, and for that also we will issue orders very soon. And for the homeless people, what should be done? We read in newspapers that homeless people are wandering here and there. Lot of them mentally deranged. They should not be left to the natural course. So that is why our corporation officials took very good step of identifying them and sending them to various institutions, especially to our IMH. More than 160 people wandering here and there, they have been collected and they have been